All right, what's good, y'all? It's your boy No Name. Buckle in a little bit. I'm angry. Well, I'm not angry, but I'm not happy right now, right? So it's been about a day since this patch dropped, almost a day. And I wanted to give myself some time to process the emotions before I talked about it on here, but I've processed enough to know how I feel about it and the decision that's going to come with it. Generally speaking, this patch that they dropped last night, in terms of things, like it feels great in a lot of ways, but there's a couple things in here that I didn't like, and I want to talk about the impact of those things in particular, right? Like I have no complaints about the changes made to T17s, for example. Like those are good things. But really what I want to talk about is, and I talked about this on stream when it first came up, when they gave us the what we're working on post. And I said that it felt like they might go overboard here on the changes that they were making. And well, I was right. I don't like that I was right, but I was right. They changed a handful of things in here. It's a lot of changes. You can read all the details of this later, but here's what I want you to see. Shout out to Kronos the Dark, whoever this user is on Reddit. They posted like this morning, so early this morning. I was actually like just waking up when I saw this, when this was posted, of like a new crafting opportunity, right? You can see all the stacking of increased chance and scarcer, all that good stuff. And good on GGG for adding the like tier thing. But look at this. Creating an item where it's over 100% chance to mirror it and well over 300% chance to make additional items. So guaranteed to have 4 items, each of which will be mirrored once minimum. So a minimum 8 items from this craft, right? And they're all 6 links. Let's see what happens. What do we get out of the craft? There's a lot of bows here, right? He procced on the 5th bow and he procced once on the additional mirror. Let's see what we got. Look at that fucking bow. T2, T1, T2 prefixes, crit chance, crit multi, T1 attack speed. This bow is unethical as fuck. Made by the Elite Mechanic. And it's got, I believe this is the one that has 2 mirrors of it. Unfortunately, the 2 mirrors have bad colors. Is what it is. The second bow. Triple T2 prefixes, double crit suffixes, and prod speed. Wow. Still insane, even though I have prod speed instead of attack speed. Did you know this is still like 1200 something EDPS with crit? Let's see. Oh, look at this one. Triple T2, attack speed, crit multi, prod speed. Unlucky, no crit chance. Oh no. It's only still an insane bow. Like, look at this one here. Another one. Attack speed, crit chance, crit multi, and like high prefixes. This one, unfortunately, completely whiffed. No APS, no crit multi, right? Like, completely with air quotes. Under so many circumstances, at so many points in the league, even like in leagues past, you would have been like, this is a completely fine bow to use. Quite some time. And yet, it's a complete whiff when they pull out all of the other bows next to it. And so this is what I mean when I say I fear that they overbuffed the mechanic. It's really cool that people are creating insane amounts of these items and like crafting and whatnot, but it really saps my enjoyment of the game to see like item printers. Like straight up, I just feel like we're in Harvest all over again, and that's where like that's what I'm upset about. I went through this cycle already in Harvest. Where the leak came out lukewarm and difficult to interact with well, and a little like awkward. And granted, the quality of life on this one was actually somehow worse than some of the ways that Harvest's quality of life was. Like Harvest, you had to like grow the seeds through running maps, but at least like you could actually trade the seeds directly to people immediately with no cost. For some reason, itemizing corpses had a cost, so there was just no corpse market. To give GGG an idea of what would happen if people had guaranteed access to corpses that were also stronger. So they buffed the corpses themselves and then gave us easy access to all of them. So now we end up with this being the norm. Like I have a friend of mine sent me a link, an item from the group found that he's in of a bow that looks really similar to like this one here. I think it was probably better flat than this bow here and no prod speed. Instead it was stun duration. Oh no. Like The item printing is insane, and like we went through this in Harvest already. Lukewarm start followed by a ridiculous overbuffing that created an item printer. And the only thing is that this is somehow worse than Harvest because at least Harvest at the very top end was used more as a complement for existing crafting systems. You know, like, was it ridiculous that you had targeted remove add to perfectly roll an affix to T1? Obviously. But at least like you could do other things to that item to get it there. But we're just literally slamming only corpses into the necropolis now and creating this item. That's not okay. At all. Not even almost a little bit. And it really ruins the value of doing other things in terms of item creation as a person who likes crafting, not even just for profit, but like for my own characters. What the fuck is the point of crafting when I can offload my corpses at such insane value, which I'll talk more about that in an upcoming video. And I don't like, I can't craft items that look like these regularly, or I could craft them, but why would I bother when everybody else is printing ridiculous items on the off for me? And that just kind of kills a lot for me. It makes character gearing progression weird as well because we're going to have such a fucked definition of what 10 divines of gear looks like next league because we're going to have spent so much time printing almost perfect items this league because of this league mechanic. Then we're going to get to go through a fucking massive recession on sentiment around crafting in the following 2 to 3 leagues as people pine for the ridiculous items that this league provided. Like, we're literally going to relive a cycle that I hope that we never would redo. And I decided, well, like, one, I went and set all this on my own, and then two, I wanted to just give it here to, like, you know, in case somebody else is out there like worried that they're like just being overly doomer for no reason about this, to let you know you're not alone. Not everybody's happy with this shit. And so like my next move from here is to leave trade, honestly. Because the only difference back then when this happened the first time was I was such a trade only player that I just kind of stuck through it. And forced myself to kind of sort of cope with the things that I didn't like about the way that it went. It's also the league that I first played in BPL though, and I learned that I actually don't hate non-trade environments. And so I'm gonna probably leave trade and go hang out in SSF, or not SSF, in the group bound with my homeboys, and have a not necessarily a better time there, but a time that's not inflated to shit. Or fucked to shit. I'll tell you that. I'll at least get to craft with the mechanic and not like feel like I was just holistically wasting my time playing around with the mechanic, you know? Anyways, that's all from me. I just wanted to like get these thoughts out there because I just want, like, I don't know, again, like I just want to put a voice to the dissent, a voice in dissent of the changes rather. That's all I really wanted to do with this, and just to kind of talk about the fact that like I do have a strategy coming for you guys in terms of like maybe you're not a crafter but you want to get in on a huge money wave that's following because of this. I've got something for you in this regard, and that, you know, look, I'm still gonna find a way to play the game, still gonna be able to do cool stuff this league. I'm just changing it from being in trade because I'm not playing under this economy, man. I'm not doing it again, man. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.